this week at Bungie, the 26th of January. We got like some good news coming for us. But yeah, a lot of things happened this week. We had the Hotfix patch happening, and the Hotfix got an issue. It affected like the data of every players, so they revert back, and it wasn't until Wednesday we were able to play Destiny 2. Also, we have some economy update and also the TWAB, which is going to cover some change coming to Lightfall. So let's get right into it. So to start it, we're going to look at the hotfix that happened. So basically, that was what was planned on Tuesday. And basically what happened after that, it just affecting a lot of the game. People were losing some triumph, or triumph was disappearing. Some other issue happened with the game where some people lost a lot of things. So what the Bungie did is that they stopped the game and revert back to the previous fix, and then they updated to another fix. So they basically create another hot fix for the fix that was bugged before. Anyway, at the end of the day, if we look at it, the game is quite old. The engine they use it been upgrading it, but still not a new engine, and I think that's where like the game is struggling, right? They're always adding new stuff, but let's be serious, like the engine is old. They need to almost make a Destiny 3 with a new engine, right? You can see some like streamer and other people talking about this. It's worth watching Astacross video talking about that. But yeah, quite crazy. So let's look at the hotfix they did. So Ice Battleground fixed an issue where Shadebinder Warlock couldn't shoot stasis projectiles during their super. Legend difficulty now grant progression towards various strengths and challenges. Year 5 seasonal ritual activity now count towards ritual progress of all season pass exotic catalyst quests, and fix an issue where the ritual of the season triumph progress with heavy grenade launcher instead of pulse rifle. Oh wow, I think I finished mine with pulse rifle, but that might have been like a bug. Crucible Rumble, it was supposed to be put there, so restore as the game mode and remove from the weekly rotation. Showdown fix an issue where revive were not properly displayed on the scoreboard. Gambit increased reputation gain by over 50%. Wow. They want us to play some Gambit. Gameplay and investment. Armor, Titan Rampant, it was too OP, so they gonna nerf it. So increase the cooldown of the barricade ability while Titan Rampant are equipped by 70%. That's wow. Increase the amount of damage player deal to Titan Barricade by 25%, so you can create more damage, destroy it faster. Developer note: this change should decrease how often one sees a Titan Barricade in PvP, as well as add more opportunity for effective counterplay. So there you go. I guess it was like too OP and being seen too much in PvP. Weapon. So general adjusted deep stone crypt raid encounter reward for favor or deep sight weapon that have not had their pattern fully unlocked. Happy farming. So basically they're gonna make it more drop, so the luck is on our side. Updated deep stone crypt commemoration machine gun to properly allow rapid hit and high impact reserve as crafting option, as well as feeding frenzy and under pressure. Oh, okay, there we go. This includes crafting support for enhanced version of these perks. Fix an issue where Tripwire Canary was not displayed the correct draw time stat in the UI. There we go. Weapon archetype. I think we mentioned that in the previous, that they're gonna update the submachine gun to make the different kind a little bit more favorable, so which is good. And I don't know why it's doing this. Alright, so I'm not gonna go too much in detail. So submachine gun, some change as you can see. Pulse rifle also, because they found it was too popular in PvP. The BXR was way too powerful. And sidearm, mostly for season 18. Airborne effectiveness, they're changing it. Primary weapon has an increase for aim assist in airborne. They reduce the accuracy penalty for all primary weapon. Special weapons, sniper rifle and slug shotgun reduce the base airborne accuracy penalty by 50%, and the pellet shotgun spread to be slightly different. So the other thing they did is that the sliding, I don't know if they're gonna mention that, but they went back and now sliding still give you stability and accuracy. So we're gonna see back a little bit more shotgun, but didn't make it, so we're gonna see it more because what they did is just like they reduce the like they play around with the shotgun to the point where like now sliding doesn't like make it like OP, right? Exotic, so Dead Messenger and Deadman Stealth, we mentioned that they're both like still very high use in PvP, so they're making them not as OP. They changed some of the perk and abilities. Touch and Thunder's ability, those are all things they mentioned previously that they're gonna change. You can see all there, they're changing it. No freaking wonder like the game crashed, right? Power and progression. Rare blue engram no longer drop after reaching a soft cap. Yes, so if it still does, make sure you report it Bungie help, and then they're gonna look into it. Vendor gunsmith reputation increased by 25% because of the blue, basically. Bounty and pursuit, I think we mentioned that again last week. A few tweak in there for revision 0, and also some of the Witch Queen quests not tracking, so there we go. And they fix glorious seal icon, okay, for the UI. So there we go. The this Hotfix was like known it was coming. All those details was mentioned in the previous TWAB, so look at my previous video for all those details. And let's move on to the next one. So something new, economy and update more coming in Lightfall. So there we go, some changes coming, so let's see what they say. Destiny 2 has been an evolved experience since day one. Compare the game at launch with how it is now, and many might not believe you're talking about the same game. That's true, a lot of things changed since Destiny 1 and even from the beginning of Destiny 2. Live service is funny like that, but it also means more room to play for the developer to create thriving world and more creative way to the community can inspire what's next. Last week, so they talk about the extensive change to the evolution of build crafting. Look at the previous video for that, where we went over build crafting. Today we're diving into how our in-game economy is changing, more into the legacy focusing that has been talked about briefly, and giving a heads up to player about what's arriving and leaving the loot pool of greatness and other rewards. So Umbrella Engram, there we go. Starting in Season 20, Umbrella Engram will no longer drop in Destiny 2. But don't worry, seasonal content will transition to using seasonal engram. So they changed Umbrella Engram to seasonal engram, okay? Any Umbrella Engram that the player may still have in their inventory after Season 20 at the beginning of Season 20 will be decryptable by Raoul. And it's probably going to be like a wall drop. So I'm happy, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Is it going to be like you level up the reputation of that season, and it's just going to be like, you know, when you go see like this season, you go see the exo frame, and then it's going to be there. You click on it and you're going to have random drop, and then you can go and buy the item. I think it's going to be good because it's going to make less clutter within the inventory, like less stuff accumulating on Postmaster. It's always good. 801 wares. 801 is also selling Destiny 2 shader that have been unavailable for quite some time. 801 as a ware if you have 10,000 Glimmer But keep in mind that she'll only be offering 3 shader per week during season 20. So 801, not gonna give you armor anymore. She's gonna give you still those bounty for getting those cool looking armor, but she's also gonna sell some shaders, some old shaders coming back, new age black armory, looking good, Darko Molo, Gold Leaf, Golden Empire. So there's like plenty here. Valkyrie Zero, Midnight Exigent, the Mad Monk. I think the Mad Monk is the one who can become all black. Kairos Gold, Kairos Bronze, Kairos Black. Yeah, I think I have all of them, but I'm not sure. I think there's gonna be 1 and 2s in there. I'm not gonna have. I'm pretty happy. They're going back and then just you can collect them all, right? So awesome. Look at the list. So 3 per week. Will be worth to check 801 just for those shaders. Moving on, Vanguard and Nightfall focusing. So yes, there's going to be some change. Starting season 20, Commander Zavala will offer the ability for player to focus Vanguard weapon and armor. Vanguard weapon. So Vanguard weapon and armor. So Vanguard will be the final of the core ritual to get comprehensive engram focusing options. So Vanguard engram. Vanguard engram will be a virtual currency and will live exclusively on the rank progression bar of Commander Zavala. So there we go, a little bit like similar with Trials Osiris, right? Vanguard engram may be opened individually by players directly on Zavala. Vanguard gear focusing. You can focus Vanguard engrams directly into either Vanguard armor or Vanguard weapon. Vanguard engram do not need to be claimed in order to be spent or focusing. So it's kind of going to be in there. So if you see like the Crucible, it's accumulating there, and then you can buy the weapons or armor you like, so you can focus it like this. I like that system better. Vanguard armor available for focusing in season 20. Photo Suit set. Okay. Class item not focusable. All class items do not have a base stat for sure. Vanguard weapon available for focusing in season 20. We got Xeno class 4. It's a shotgun. The third action, a pulse rifle. Royal entry. I try to remember what it is. I think it's a rocket, if I'm right. Empty vessel. It's a grenade launcher. Punching out. I think that's the shotgun also. Fortissimo 11. I think that was a shotgun too. Trident whistle. Not sure. I think that's a bow. Pure poetry. Not sure. Prolonged engagement. Not sure. One of those weapons, the name, like I feel like we see so many weapons, but it's gonna be good. If you're looking for a god roll, you're gonna be able to focus on those weapons. Brand new Vanguard weapons are drop only for single season and are then available for focusing the following season. Okay, Zavala focusing option will expand further during the following season. Awesome. Nightfall weapon focusing. So there we go. For Nightfall weapon, Zavala will also offer Nightfall weapon focusing. The Nightfall weapon must have been acquired from Nightfall strikes at least once before being available for focusing. Nightfall weapon focusing costs 1 Vanguard engram, 20,000 glimmer, and 50 legendary shard. Alright? Nightfall weapon available for focusing in season 20. So we got a Militia Birthright, that's the grenade launcher, Mindbender, Ambition, the shotgun, Wendigo GL3, grenade launcher, heavy, Ungjury, Scout, the Swan, it's like a machine gun, and Buzar, try to remember what's that. Adept at Nightfall Cipher. So when completing the Grandmaster Nightfall, in addition to previous existing reward, players will also acquire Adept Nightfall Cipher. So then a new currency then. The number of Cipher that player earn depends on whether player qualify for Platinum, Gold, or Silver rewards at the end of the Nightfall. So number of Cipher awarded per GM Nightfall completion score. So 2 on Platinum, 1 on Gold, and 0 on Silver. So you want to hit Platinum. Okay. For deeper breakdown, so Nightfall weapons. So you got one, like we mentioned before, one Vanguard Engram, 20,000 Glimmer, 25 Legendary Shard. Instead of 50? Okay. Alright. I don't know if it's a typo or something, or I'm missing something. Adept Nightfall weapon, 3 Vanguard Engram. 3 Vanguard Engram? It's not a cipher? I want to say they want to say cipher, no? Oh no, there they are. Oh my god, okay. 3 Vanguard Engram, 50,000 Glimmer, 50 Legendary Shard, and 10 Adept Nightfall Cipher. Holy! So you're gonna have to do 5 Nightfall GM, and then you need to accumulate like 3 Vanguard Engram for 1 weapon drop that you hope it's gonna drop your roll. But I guess that's what it is, an adept, right? So okay, so a lot of farming, that's okay. Focusing cost, Adept Nightfall. Focusing Zavala will offer a single Adept Nightfall weapon for focusing each week, matching a Nightfall weapon currently in rotation. Okay. Adept Nightfall weapon available for focusing in Season 20. So again, the same one as we saw above. Legacy gear focusing. Vanguard and Nightfall focusing isn't the only big update that focusing will get. In fact, every ritual will see grow in number of items available for focusing as we introduce legacy gear focusing. This system will allow players to obtain many pieces of gear from the last several years of Destiny 2. Many of which have not been accessible for quite some time. So they're going to bring back a lot of stuff. Armor set available for Legacy focusing. So we got the Sword Fight, Phoenix Strife, Enke Seeker. Sorry if I butchered the name. Wing Contender, Wing Discipline, Wing Theoram, Cinder Pinion. Okay. Pinion? Armor focusing cost. If a player has not acquired a piece of armor previously, 3 Crucible Engram, 50 a Legendary Shard, 10,000 Glimmer. If a player has acquired a piece of armor previously, it's 1 Engram, 25 Legendary Shard, and 5,000 Glimmer. Okay, the cost is reduced if you got it. So basically, if you farm for a specific piece of armor, a proper drop, you can buy it the first time, and after this is going to lower the cost. That's my guess. Vanguard Nightfall weapon available for Legacy focusing. Got Plug 1, Uzumi RR4, the Hot Ed, the Comedian Duty Bound, Silicon Neuroma, DFA, and Horror's Lease. Okay. No adept version of Legacy weapon will not be available for focusing. So there we go. Nightfall weapon focus cost. So if you didn't acquire before, it's going to be 7 engram. Jeez. 1,000 legendary shard, 10,000 glimmer. If you acquired previously, 3 engram, 25 shards, and 25,000 glimmer. Vanguard armor set available. So we got the Took Offense, the Shelter in Place, Xenos Veil 4, Phobos Warden, Vigil of Hero. Armor focusing cost is 3 engram. If you never had a 3 engram, 50 shard, and 10,000 glimmer. If you added before, it's 1 engram, 25 shard, and 5,000 glimmer. Alright, a lot of like, geez, okay. Gambit. So the armor set of Legacy focusing, the Calamity Rig, Ancient Apocalypse. And the cost is, if you never had it, it's 3 engram, 50 shard, 10,000 glimmer. And then if you added previously, then it's at 1 engram, 25 shard, and 5,000 glimmer. So at least the costs become lower over time. Iron Banner. So wow, you can access all the Iron Banner if you miss any of them. So those are the weapons. We got Archon Thunder, Wristwalker, Occluda Finality, Forge Pledge, Peace Bond, and Frontier Cry. Pretty cool. Armor set, we got Iron Forerunner, Iron Will, Iron True Age, Iron Fellowship, and Iron Remembrance. There we go. The cost for gear not like previously owned, it's 7 iron engram. Okay. 1,000 shard and 10,000 glimmer. If you had it before, 3 engram, 25 shard, and 25,000 glimmer. Trial of Osiris now. Oh wow. So they all going with that system now. So the weapon available is Sure's Rat. Oh yes. So if you don't have a good roll of that SMG, very good. I think with the nerf they're gonna put on some SMG, it might not as, it's not gonna be as good. It's still a very good gun. Reed's Regret, Aisha's Embrace, very good scout. Burden of Guilt and Forgiveness. So not gonna be available. The adapt versions are gonna be available for the legacy weapon. Trial of Osiris armor set now. The Pyrrhic Ascent and Exile. And then the cost, 7 trials engram, 100 shard, 10,000 glimmer. And if you add it, already had it, so it's 3 engram, 25 shard, and 25,000 glimmer. Jeez, huh? It's kind of going to be expensive in shard. I feel like we don't get as much shard. Glimmer, not to worry, but we'll see. Oh, there we go. Item like Shader, Emblem, Ghost Projection, and other cosmetic that player could previously earn in the game will be added to matches reward. This means player who miss out on cosmetic reward in the past have a chance to receive a reward like the Karmi Mika Shader or the Red Jack Projection at the end of a match. Okay. As season 20 will as of season 20, we will see these legacy match reward implemented for Crucible, Vanguard, Gambit, Iron Banner, and Iron Banner. Details for legacy match reward of Trials of Osiris will come down the road. Lower focusing costs. Alright. So, we reduce the cost of focusing across the board when focusing items that are currently in the ritual loot pool. Available now. Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard focusing will see the following costs. 1 engram, depending on the vendor, location, 5,000 glimmer, 25 shard. Trial of Osiris, Iron Banner, and Lightfall will see the following costs. So 1 engram, the vendor itself, 20,000 glimmer, and 50 shard. Adept weapon for focusing for Trials and Nightfall, 1 engram, the vendor 50,000 glimmer, 50 shard, and 7 win trial ticket, or 10 adept Nightfall cipher. Okay, so that's what it is. Like they put the equivalent of 7 win to a Nightfall. Okay, there's the usual shake-up of the loot pool coming to season 20. Here's what we know. We need to know. You need to know about what's on its way. And on the way out, the loot to earn in Trial of Osiris, Iron Banner, and Nightfall Strike. Alright, what's leaving from Trial of Osiris? We got Forgiveness, the Sidearm, and Burden of Guilt. What's being added? The Astral Horizon Shotgun and the Immortal SMG. I don't know if we saw that gun before. Iron Banner. What's leaving? We got a Razor's Edge and then the Frontier Cry. And what's coming in? We have the Jorun's Claw and Bite of the Fox. Okay. Nightfall. What's leaving? Orange Leash and DFA. What's coming in? Bazaar and the Swarm. Alright. So, see anything in this blog post that you're surprised by? So if there's anything, you can go communicate with Bungie at those different locations. On Twitter is Destiny2Team, Bungie.net is Destiny2Team, hashtag 7714, and Reddit is /u/Destiny2Team. So that's it for the economy update. Wow, that's crazy. So less engram populating in your postmaster and more into the vendor, and you're gonna be able to focus everything. So if you're looking for a specific role, you're gonna be able to focus on it. Personally, I'm not gonna do that, but with the crafting of weapon, I feel I don't use as much the other weapon, and I feel like I always use the craftable weapon so I can level them up, and I never can catch up for some reason. But that's awesome. Let me know in the comment section if you liked the change, or what do you think about the change. Do you think it's too expensive for a legendary shard, or you still have like a massive stack? You're rich of it, and you're not like me who's poor, right? So awesome. Well, let's move on to the TWAB now. So this week at Bungie on the 26th of January. Oh Sam, so this week at Bungie we have some announcement, reminders and things. Oh my. Okay. Happy TWAB's Day, Guardian. Today we are talking about Creepy Crawly, what's wrapping up at the end of the season, and a note of yesterday downtime. Yes, so similar to last week, we had another blog post go live yesterday sharing some economy update and more change coming to Lightfall, the one I just read. Here is a quick breakdown of everything we talked about. So we already mentioned that Umbrella and Grub, Ada's One Future, Vanguard, Nightfall, focusing costs, Legacy focusing, and Legacy match reward. So we already went over that. Pretty amazing. Yesterday, Triumphs, Fix, and Rollback. So that was the issue that happened. So earlier this week, we released Hotfix 6.3.0.5. Shortly after, reports came in that many Triumphs, Seal, and Catalysts were missing. We discovered that the issue was caused when some currently incompletable EDZ and Nexus Triumph were moved from Forsaken into the Archive Triumph section. To make that change, we use a tool that can move player states from one location to another in the player's account. This tool is very powerful but requires careful and caution handling. Due to that configuration error, we accidentally reran an older state migration process used for the Beyond Light release. As a result, we end up recopying old data from before Beyond Light into the current configuration, essentially undoing certain aspect of the player progression since then. Wow! So they basically put the account progression of a character from right before Beyond Light release, so like to today. So that was like 2 years of activity that basically disappear, right? So and that's a good thing they noticed that. Once we identified that the issue resulted in loss of player state, we took the game down and rolled back the player database while we investigated how to remove the dangerous change from the build. Last time we constructed a patch for 6.3.0.5 that removed the specific change that was causing the issue, tested it, and deployed it to live. As a result of the fix, all player account had been rolled back to 8:20 a.m. PST on January 24. This means that any progression made between 8:20 to 11 a.m. was lost and all purchase refunded. You can find more detail at the new Destiny 2 team account here. So that's on their Twitter. Pretty crazy. So they create a patch for a patch. So I don't know if it was 6.3.0.6, but yeah. So roll back that far. I think like that is crazy. Hopefully we're not gonna see that many more error, because like we've seen a lot issued in the past with like, you know, new raid coming out, buggy, you know, like a new update, new season, and then it was like tons of error code. We can see the system is very struggling, and a human error can affect a lot, right? So it's a creepy crawly life. Are you ready, Guardian? It's time. It's that time of the year where we get to vote for the Festival of the Lost Armor team. Make sure you keep reading, because we did change things up a bit this year. But if you have any question, feel free to sound off on our socials. So to get into the change more specifically, In the past year, 2 festivals of the Lost Armor team were developed, Monster and Dinosaur. Then the voting occurred at the team 10 level, and voting was aggregated across classes. In 2023, one of the big changes we're making to our voting is making voting class specific. Oh, okay. Last year, voting was very close, but it was consistent across classes. To help make sure each classes get the armor set they're most excited about, we've decided to let each class vote individually, rather than bucketing armor set together. To address some of the logistic issue with that approach, we're trying to something a little different with the concept. Instead of making 2 teams, we're choosing Creepy Crawly as the Seer team. You'll be voting on 2 different interpretations, a spooky spider style and a bone chili beetle body. This means that if Titan wants to live as an arachnid, Life or Hunter can live without glowing wings, everybody win. Alright, so here are the 2 designs. So the first one, that's a Creepy Crawly, look like a spider. You can see the fuzz and the legs. Pretty interesting. And the other one is more like a bone-like. Oh yeah, looks like, what do you call those? They have horn. Interesting. I think I like this one for the Titan. Guess we'll see. How you vote is changing a little bit as well to accommodate these updates. If you sign up for email via the Bungie account, you'll receive an email allowing you to vote for the primary class. For example, if you're Hunter main, you'll receive a Hunter email. We know a lot of you play more than one class, and others haven't been able to receive our email for one reason or another. If you're in one of those 2 groups, we have a solution for you as well. We'll have a separate voting link where you can submit your vote for your secondary class or primary if you didn't get the email. These votes will be then blended into the same pool as the other. Great, because like I subscribe for the email and I don't get their email. I don't know what's happening. I did some change. I followed their notes, and it's still I don't receive their email. Lastly, we have a quick disclaimer. These are the draft concepts. While we don't plan on changing them, we reserve the right to do so. We're saying this because if our art team comes up with an awesome way to make them even cooler, we want the flexibility to make those changes. There's a they're a master of their craft, and we want to leave them the space to do what they do best. Awesome. So on top of that, we can receive a link. So probably going to be in one of the TWAB, future TWAB, we're going to receive a link. Is like, it's time to vote for your class, and then your the design you like. In terms of Warlock, I kind of like this one, but interesting, huh? Alright, upcoming content change. Wow, some more stuff. Next week, we're planning to deploy some new update to help everyone complete their collection this season. Weekly deep sight red border weapon focusing from the exo frame at the helm will be adjusting to daily availability for the remainder of the season to help player craft those final weapons before Lightfall arrives. This will also apply to the vendor offering guaranteed deep sight weapon focusing for season 16 to 18. Wow. So if you don't have any of the crafting weapon, you can basically focus them on a daily basis. Awesome. As a reminder, Iron Banner reputation gain will be increased in several ways when the Fortress returns on January 31st. Yes, Iron Banner is coming to the next reset. These include an increase on base reputation earned per match, an increase on multiplier contribution from wearing Iron Banner armor, and an increase in multiplier contribution from equipping an Iron Banner emblem. So make sure you do this so you can level up your Iron Banner and be done very quickly, right? So go earn that chainmail shader if you haven't already. I don't have it. I haven't grinded the last Iron Banner, so this time is gonna be worth it. Season of the Seraph ends soon. Yes, it does. With the Season of the Seraph and Year 5 ending on February 28th. It's like almost just a month. Just a month. Now it's a great time for a player to redeem any Bungie reward retiring at the end of the season. For a list of Bungie reward that will expire on February 28th, please view the Bungie reward page. Yes, so if you completed like some activity in game and you can claim your emblem, make sure you go check it out, because sometimes you do some activity, you don't know you got an emblem, and then you go check your Bungie reward and yes, there's a free emblem, so go get them, because you can get them during a time limit. It's almost time, Guardian, so alright, Guardian, we are getting to that time in the game where we need to start wrapping up soon. Triumph and Seal before the end of the season. Make sure to grab your fire team, or at least your ghosts, and get those triumphs. So some of the triumphs, some moment of the triumph 2022, you get the t-shirt, the seal, and the patch you can buy on the store, the Crisis Inverted pin, and Sarah's seal collection collectible medallion pin, and the Wanted Seal collectible medallion pin. So there we go, you can get those, and also those triumphs are going to be available after the season. Player support report: 1 million pets are not enough for Archie. Chanting DPS, DPS. Alright, so known issues. So there's a bunch of issues they're tracking, and they're going to be fixing in the future, hopefully for next week, because those going to disappear soon, right? Other than that, we got some movie of the week, some interesting arts. There's the strand right there, but wow. Okay, we almost done this season. We got like 31 days before the end of the season, so it's time to chase all your triumph. If you haven't got all your deep sight, go chase them up. There's higher drop. It's going to be easier doing all the activity. There's going to be less grind almost. And keep in mind, you still can like go after GM. You just need to have the soft cap, so it's not going to be as easy if you have grind and level up, but that's okay. If you have a team, you work as a team, it could be done easily. That's pretty amazing, all the news we have. So again, we went over the hotfix that fell on Tuesday. We went over the economy change and the TWAB with all the change coming to Lightfall. So that's crazy. Tell me if you like any of that, or any of things that you didn't like. Are you excited for Lightfall? Please let me know in the comment section, and also make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as we release more and more video on Destiny 2 and also anything cloud gaming. Thanks again for GFN for like supporting us and giving us that crispy nice 4080, and we'll be playing some more Destiny 2 soon, and you guys are gonna see the beautiful picture we're getting. So thank you very much for watching this, and we'll see you again next time. Take care. Where do you come from? Where do you come from?